So imagine you go to a doctor and you got a pack of M&Ms. And the doctor says to you, M&Ms are great for you, except except for brown M&Ms, because brown M&Ms, they give you diarrhea. And he says, and except for blue M&Ms, because blue M&Ms cause hair loss. And except for red M&Ms, because red M&Ms give you constipation. And except for um, yellow M&Ms, because yellow M&Ms give you cancer. And except for this is taking a while. Except for green M&Ms, because green M&Ms cause teeth decay. And except for, what's the last one? Except for orange M&Ms, because orange M&Ms will just poison you. Now imagine that doctor, as soon as you turn around, does this. What does this have to do with the video? Roll a clip.
You may say, but this is a clear hadith here. In Bukhari saying that I was married, Aisha is saying I was married at the age of 6 and 9 and moved in with the Prophet at 9. But then I would say, well, okay. Well, first of all, that clashes with at least 3 other hadith in Bukhari. Okay, so you have a hadith in Bukhari where Aisha radiallahu anha is saying, oh, I remember when the verse of Surah Al-Qamar was revealed, that bal as-sa'atu adha wa amar, that when this verse was revealed, kuntu jariya, I was a jariya, and a jariya in Arabic is used for a girl that is approaching adolescence. I mean, you could say anything between, I don't know, the minimum 7, 8 to about 13, around 12, 13, in between that is called a jariya. So she says, I was a jariya. And when was Surah Al-Qamar revealed? So they say Surah Al-Qamar, right, was revealed 7 years before the Battle of Badr. Let's take a look at Ibn Jurayj. Allah, Ibn Jurayj. Let's take a look at George. And these are great people, but I'm just transmitting the kalam. Dar Qutni, what does Dar Qutni say about him? Qabih. He says that he is Qabih al-Tadlis. Right? And Dhahabi says that he needs to say Haddathani for us to accept his riwayat. Now, they're going to say, oh, but in this chain, he says Akhbarani. He says Akhbarani Abu Zubayr. So let's take a look at that. I knew you were going to bring this one. So let's see. What does Ali al-Madini say from Yahya ibn Sa'id al-Qattan? That when Ibn Jurayj, إذا قال Ibn Jurayj أخبرني فهو لا شيء. It is nothing. Aisha radiallahu anha says, as far back as I can remember, that my parents, that kana yadinani al-Islam, that they were upon practicing Islam. And then she says, وَلَمَّ ابْتُلِيَ الْمُسْلِمُونَ, and when the Muslims began to get persecuted, Abu Bakr migrated to, he migrated to Abyssinia. Now we know the migration took place in the 5th year of Revelation. Okay, so this is 5 years before the proposal of the Prophet to Aisha. So if she was 6 then, she would have been at most 1. Urwa, who al-Hakim also mentions that some of his narrations, he also kind of tries to cover up sometimes because he hasn't heard them directly. Some of his narrations he hears through his brother, Abdullah. And Darqutni highlights that there's problems sometimes with Urwa, as does Nasa'i. Urwa here himself does not say I heard, he just says قالت Aisha. Aisha said. So as you can see, this chain is problematic. And the companions say that, we remember the chaos. And they describe, and we remember how Aisha radiallahu anha and Salma were rushing in between the wounded and trying to aid them and see to them and help them. And they describe Aisha how she was going in between and helping the wounded and those who had been struck. Now, you think, well, why is that interesting? Well, that's interesting because there is also a hadith in Bukhari where Ibn Umar, the son of Umar, approaches the Prophet for the Battle of Uhud. And he says, can I go to the Battle of Uhud? And the Prophet says, how old are you? And he says, I'm 14. And the Prophet forbids him, says, no, you're too young to come on the battlefield. From him, only Ahlul Basra transmit this hadith. Nobody in Medina transmits it. Nobody in Mecca transmits it. Nobody in the Hijaz transmits it. Nobody in Sham transmits it. This is tafarrud of Ahlul Basra from Anas. This is a fault and a hidden defect within this chain which renders this chain problematic.
And as you can see, all that you have left is an empty pack of M&Ms. When you criticize all the colors, you're not going to have anything left. And when you eat all your M&Ms, you're going to be called out for your inconsistency and you're going to be called a hypocrite. Now, I got no issues with Abu Layth, the person. I got no issues with him as a fashionista or as a Tekken character, but I have issues with him pretending to be a scholar of hadith. In any case, if you like this video, then please do subscribe to Black Dunya's channel. Also, do check out this very important video, damaging video about Abu Layth, and Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Right, click like, click share, get this out there, people. Let's share some of this